Hey guys, this is Production Music Live with a quick tutorial. We had a question for the style of Lido. I'm quickly going to set up a quick arrangement here, and I'm going to do it in this part, copying this bass, this 808 bass as starting point. This is a really important element. I'm also going to copy this piano, E-piano kind of thing. Let's look at this one. So this is what we're playing. Those are more or less the chords used in Ashley. If you want to know more about chords and chord progressions, we made a course on chord progressions. Check the description. And this is basically what's happening over here. We have a couple of seventh chords and some added tones chords. We combine it with the bass. Activate the bass. For this note down here, be sure you have a subsystem, sub-speaker, subwoofer or headphones, else it's difficult to hear that. And we are playing massive. We're using Ableton Massive here, and I'm playing a sine wave, and I'm pitching it with the first envelope. It's part of our future beat pack. Check the description for those massive presets. Basically, this envelope controls the pitch of the first oscillator, and the last one, with the attack of the fourth envelope from the amp, you can control how sharp this bass drum will kick. So this is basically how you build a kick in Massive. And this sound up here is a E-piano sound. It's from our future bass pack. It's the whirly style, and we're combining a saw wave, another saw wave, bit of chorus, and pan position to the stereo. Also sounds nice an octave lower. Also, we have this snap, this finger snip snap. Very simple sound. And we are putting a low cut here. We are putting a chorus on top, a bit of reverb. Really needed. And another low cut, and it's from our D Premium sample pack. Check the description for that one if you're interested. And we also use a shaker. Working like a hi-hat here. And we have some quicker 32s here. Our tempo is 90. And you see I have a bit of bit reduction here, so redux. Because I wanted to put in more higher frequencies with a bit of soft downsampling, and then you cut off. You actually have a sound here. So cutting off this sound and putting in an auto pan and even a frequency shifter. Moving the frequency slightly up. And that's about it. Cymbal in the beginning. And we also use a kick sample, just supporting the bass. If we check, we are not playing every note of the 808 kick bass, but we're playing the actual kick pattern. So you see this pattern always remains the same. It's looped already here over 2 bars. And I'm taking a vocal sample here from those Vengeance vocal shots, and I'm looping this one here. So I'm trying to get this wah in there. And I'm using the portamento. If I'm putting this off, and then 102 milliseconds gliding time, and also fade quite a bit up here. And then a bit of EQing, lower stuff out there, and also simple delay. And oh, there's another delay actually here. And also taking off some higher frequencies later. Should be a bit dampened, and a bit of reverb on top. Let's use this shift pad and copy this one in here. I just put that in here to shape the depth of the perception of this E-piano pad a bit more. So just to make the sound a bit more interesting, and don't worry too much about all those effects here. We are basically playing a sine wave, a square wave, and another saw wave, putting a low pass filter on top, then putting a chorus behind it. This is not being used. Another chorus, actually 2 times, not really necessary. And this is also not necessary. So we're rolling off some low end, getting rid of some resonant parts with the EQ, and this sidechain is not used. So this frequency shift is a big influence. With the fine frequency knob here, I'm automating this, and we have this pitchy effect. We have a tutorial on that, you've probably seen that before. It's a very easy effect to make. You just put in a frequency shifter, so this guy, and automate the fine. And we also have a quick organ sound here, copying this one. Also a short version of this, just simply cut off the decay time here. We can also take the strings here. It's a copied version of the Orchestral strings pack, and I focused on recording 6 octaves and putting them into an instrument drag, so everybody who uses Ableton Standard and Massive can actually use this sound. And it's the same MIDIs, and we roll off a lot of low end here. We just want this string effect on top in the highest frequencies, because we have the lower frequencies here covered by our E piano. It's not necessary. And this mid-side EQ in mid-side mode here sends those strings to the back. So comes quite close to your ear without the EQ and the reverb. And if we put the mids down in this mid-side EQ and we put a bit of reverb, a longer decay time in this case, we really send it to the back of our mix. Okay, let's quickly take a look at the bridge here. I'm just copying this one. And also look at this wah-wah. What is this wah-wah doing? I'm just faking vocals here. So I'm taking this kind of vocal sample here. Because I didn't really have this choir, so I put on a chorus. I also have the portamento on with a bit of gliding time because it sounds interesting. We don't need the lower frequencies, so again we're putting a bit of chorus to have it more stereo. We're putting a bit of reverb, and then we're rolling off the lower end, and then again we're sending the higher frequencies to the side of your panorama. Pretending to sing with this sample, again, glide up and a bit of longer notes here. We have a white noise down riser. Just using this third envelope and pitching down all the way. Actually here, just using this third envelope on our noise. We're walking down the color of our noise and also walking down the cutoff of our filter here. If we look at the pads, a nice line of chords. This sound here is a sine wave, again a square wave and another saw wave, but the filter is quite low and we use it as pad bass. And especially those added tone chords always sound interesting here. So if you're wondering how to make those sus and added and seventh chords, check out our course on harmony and chord progressions. We are explaining the theory behind it and how to build those chords. Summing up, this is an easy approach to make this chilled, laid-back Lido kind of style with only Ableton standard elements and a bit of massive. You can work a lot more here and shape the mix and add in a bit more effects and elements, but this is the basic approach to doing this. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Check the description for presets, templates, samples and courses. Subscribe to our channel and I hope to see you next time.